Hello again, health coaching peers. This is Kyle Pansky along with my friend Morgan. She will be assisting me again today for video 3, and we are going with choice 1, the 17-year-old high school student who has been struggling with marijuana and alcohol use and had written a paper about suicide. I will be playing the high school teacher who calls her in. The roles are reversed. Um, in the fact that the high school student was a male and the high school teacher was a female for um, video's sake. So here we go. Hi, Morgan.
Hi.
I wanted to call you in today because I was going over the assignment I had you guys turn in last week, the personal essay I had you guys write, and I wanted to go over a few things because I'll be completely honest, some of the information in here made me concerned. Um, it talks about suicide, drug and alcohol use. As my job as a teacher, it is my responsibility to keep an eye and investigate things like this with my students. The reason it was concerning is because it was very, I don't want to say believable, but it seemed very vivid, and it seems like this could be maybe something you're even facing with yourself or another student. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm just here to help. Absolutely no judgments. Um, are any of those things I said true?
Actually, they are. I've been dealing with a lot of things like that. Like in the morning when I wake up, I don't feel like going to school and
Hmm.
facing people at school. And I have been using some things like that, and I've been
You
drinking.
mean substance abuse?
Yes. And I
Okay.
have been drinking and I've been smoking a little bit and, going to school like that because I just want to try to clear my head and get through the day. But it's been really hard for me to wake up and even get myself motivated and out of bed. Sometimes I'll just wake up. I slept in sweatpants, I'll keep those on. I'll be like, it's okay. Go to school. And I just don't feel like getting through the day. And I don't really pay attention in class. I just sit there and just stare. I don't really do any of the work and I'm just not really motivated to do any of that. So with me writing that, I kind of was kind of like a cry for help. I
An
don't really,
outcry?
I don't really,
Well, and I'm glad. I'm not glad, but I am glad that it turned into this, and I want you to know that um, it doesn't take an assignment like this for you to cry out for help. I want you to know that myself, any of your other teachers, your academic advisor, your counselor, and the school psychologist, we're all here to help you. I do have to let you know that what goes on between you and I is not always going to be private. Um, Things that you want to keep confidential would have to be discussed with the school psychologist. Excuse me. Um, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to email the school psychologist and your counselor, and I'm going to have you meet with them. I'm going to check in with them and make sure that everything's going better for you. If you don't feel comfortable talking to them and you only feel comfortable, talking to me or someone else, even I see here that you have a lot of friends listed. Um, and in my opinion, and no judgments, it seems like maybe the group of friends you're hanging out with are leading to some of your choices and maybe the way you're feeling. Um, because I see a couple other friends you have here, such as Sarah. Um, she seems like a really good influence in your life, and maybe that should be the people you should be hanging out with. So, like I said, I'm going to email the school counselor and the school psychologist and just make sure that they're keeping an eye on you too. Um, I don't mean to be threatening in any way, but if it does come down to it, I will have to let your parents know, um, just to make sure. Not only is it part of my job, but it's also the law. Just to make sure that you're okay. I also see here in this story, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that these individual referenced really gets along with their aunt and uncle. Would that be true for you, or was that just part of the story?
no, I have an aunt who I'm very close with. She's been there for me for a lot of rougher times that I've had in the past.
Okay.
So,
I would even recommend talking to her if you don't feel very comfortable talking to your parents. I could kind of see that you didn't really want me to reach out to them,
Right.
kind of by the look in your face. And that's completely understandable. It's okay to feel scared. Um, but I just don't want you, it's okay to feel scared, but I don't want you to feel alone
Right.
because you're not. So, um, I'm gonna grade this. Um, it was a very good work. I just it's unfortunate that it was true. So, but I'm gonna check back in with you next week. And like I said, if there's any other things you need, please feel free to email me. Stop by after class, before class, what have you. Is there anything else you would like to discuss today? No. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. I appreciate you being open and honest with me. Thanks.
Thank you.